We're in London for the London Ride, which is an urban free skiing competition. It's the event where we really get to check out a lot of what's happening in the UK scene and seeing the level of the British riders. There's a lot of international riders come to the event, but it gives us a really good overview on what's going on in the UK right now with freestyle skiing.
This year I thought the ski show was really exciting. It was probably one of my favourite ones. It was a whole new scene. It was taken over by Metro newspaper, and they put on a great show for us.
London Ride is awesome.
The London Ride's going from strength to strength. It's getting a really big following. A lot of people have heard of it.
I think it's a nice place to be in London, to meet people.
But I love it. It's always great people around here, always lovely time. One of the best things about the London Ride is all the European riders come over, and that's really cool, and it really ups like the level of the riding there, and it really pushes the British skiing level as well.
I think it's really good to compete against other Europeans instead of just British people, just see how they compare on dry slope.
So I think the London Ride's a great event for to show a lot of the British public, especially there's a lot of British skiing public here, show them what we're doing, show them the future of skiing. It motivates the kids and the future generations to go skiing. And it's also, like I said, it's a showcase for the kids in Britain to show what we can do and what we're capable of.
Well, the event started in 2004. We run a big air competition in London. It was part of the ski and snowboard show here. And in 2005 we repeated that, had quite a big event, had some big international riders coming over. In 2006 it's part of the Metro Ski and Snowboard Show again. And it's a slightly different event this year because we've got a quarter pipe to play with, and it's not snow, it's a new artificial surface.
Thanks to Permasnow, you can ski all day, every day.
The main difference of this year's London Ride compared to last year's London Ride was the fact that it was a quarter pipe and not a kicker, and also instead of it being real snow, it was actually snowflakes this year.
It's pretty cool to be here for quarter pipe competition. Actually, it's my first time. It is my first time too that I'm riding snowflakes.
So this is snowflakes. This is what we all learn on. We all train on, you know. And it's like a toothbrush. It's kind of like snow, but it's not real snow. It's plastic and it's looped through the matting, and it's got lots of foam underneath, so it's really soft. And it's got these crazy sprinklers where you get really wet all the time, and that keeps it all running smoothly. One bad thing about the snowflakes is it hurts when you fall over. You can get friction burns, and you know it hurts quite a lot. And people destroy their ski clothing on it, so don't fall on it.
It's a bit different. A lot of these guys are used to snow, the guys that are coming from abroad.
Oh, it feels like kind of a bit weird. It's like icy underground, but it's really cool, and you can turn around a little bit. It's slippery, and the good thing is I was when I heard about a quarter pipe with mats, I thought it's like a good transition and really hard landing, but it's soft. It's underneath like firm or something. It's really soft landing when you have 10 centimeter powder.
The place for a competition is pretty good, pretty sick.
Yeah, UK rocks the hall.
It's like so many people around and everybody's watching you.
So many shots and different interesting things to see.
From my point of view, it's what gets me excited is hearing the visitors and actually hearing what they have to say, and the positive comments have been amazing.
How you doing?
I think it's important that the AIM Series and the London Ride are held here at the show.
I think holding these events and holding these competitions here sort of brings a direct connection to your time out in the mountains, rather than just coming along here, checking out the kit. You actually feel like you could be out in the mountains. That sort of atmosphere comes straight into this hall.
I mean, the shows that they've been putting on the slope have been absolutely awesome. The quarter pipes worked really well this year.
For me, the quarter pipe contest is basically the thing why most of the guys are here.
Yeah, well, what it is, it's a quarter pipe, and you do get quarter pipes in a lot of freestyle competitions. It's as you would see a quarter pipe in a skateboard park or other sort of street sport events. And basically, what it is, it's a run-in from the top of the ski show. So the athletes have got quite a long run into the kicker. It's quite a fast transition, but it's not too fast. And the riders have to get amplitude. They have to show the judges what height they can get out the pipe, and then they also have to show what technical difficulty of tricks they can achieve and pull off there.
Like, I've got to admit, I was a bit sceptical about it when I was like, dry slope quarter pipe, what, crowd of Londoners, it's going to be crap, but it was amazing.
know, to see that all the finalists were British, it just goes to show the facilities we've got in the UK are actually amazing.
Yeah, it's been great to see the different levels amongst the riders who have come over from Europe and other locations, and the British riders. We normally on these type of events you expect to see the international riders, the guys that have had much more experience, dominating. But because the international riders are on a surface that they're not normally used to, obviously it's taken them a little while to adapt to it, and the British riders spend a lot of their time training on this surface.
This year at the London Ride I felt pretty sad for the international riders.
I think they found it pretty hard on the new surface, and I think that's why it was very much a British dominated competition.
The gap was quite large simply because of the fact that obviously being dry slope is a lot smaller, a lot slower, and obviously you can't really put an edge in, which obviously the European riders being used to snow will be utilised when they're out in the snow pipes and snow quarter pipes.
As far as levels concerned, it's quite an even pitch because I guess the European riders are playing away from home, the British riders are on their own surface, so it's quite cool to watch.
Talking to a lot of the foreigners, a lot of them were pretty unsure about the snowflakes. Flo was doing pretty well, he got the hang of it, but on the whole they were struggling with it a lot more than the dry slope skiers.
You know, we're all from the UK, and we've got like international guys coming over, and they were pretty stoked to find out what the snowflakes was like, what we were riding on, because it wasn't real snow. You know, they were pretty stoked on that.
When we had a look around the UK just to check out what's going on here, we came across slopes like Warmwell. Warmwell had amazing kicker, a quarter pipe that actually had sprinklers on it. We checked out the indoor slopes, you know, like Castleford and Milton Keynes and Glasgow, and the indoor snow slopes are incredible. You know, that it's like going to a miniature slopestyle park. The snow surface is fantastic. You know, it's real snow, and they just do an incredible job, which motivates a lot of guys to go and use the venue.
The British ski scene has just exploded this year with people like Paddy, Mike, Andy, just absolutely killing it out in snow and really muscling in there with all the Europeans. It's just promoting our sport here, and you know, more and more people are buying skis in the UK, and people are realising that this is the future of skiing, this is where it's going, and people are starting to leave behind the moguls and the racing and really getting into the free ride and freestyle side of skiing, which is amazing.
The British Snow Sports Tour has been helping the UK scene by, obviously we've been all around the UK pushing the sport at different locations, pretty much just getting the word out to all the people that have been dry slope skiing but never really seen freestyle.
It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and everybody's so passionate about it.
In the UK we have all these really great training facilities, you know, like we're here at Bracknell tonight, the John Nike Centre, and we see people, you know, really developing because of these. And I think the European guys found it pretty hard to adjust to it, whilst obviously the Brits, you know, have these great facilities to train on, and that really made a difference, and it really changed the face of a ride event to have such a British dominated event.
Without a doubt, all the slopes in the country with all the ramps and the quarter pipes are helping the freestyle ski scene by miles. I mean, you know, racing's sort of dying down, people are realising that freestyle's the way forward. And you know, with all the movies that come out, especially all the British ones, it can only get bigger and better every year.
The event was amazing. We had incredible performances. Murray Buchan came third. Murray did a truck driver, a 720 truck driver, which is quite a technical trick, really difficult to pull off. Didn't have the use of his arms to help him balance or counterbalance. He just had to be in perfect balance for the trick. So he got a deserved third place.
Just ridiculous in a quarter pipe, to be honest. You know, to get enough air to do that, especially on a dry side quarter pipe, it's just amazing. That kid is serious future of British skiing and international skiing.
I didn't even know he could do that, man. Real good style and straight legs, really leaning over and getting the grab real good. It's pretty sick.
In second place this year, it was Paddy Graham, who's arguably one of the best skiers now in Europe.
He was doing flat spins with a reverse mute grab, but the mute grab's right at the top of the ski, so it's like a nose grab almost.
I'd been working on them that week. I used to sort of do it as a flip, sort of like a side flip, and I'd really tried to get the rotation pretty smooth, so it was more of a rotation than a flip.
It was pretty cool, pretty impressive to be able to get that in on such a small, quick quarter pipe.
He's just gone absolutely ridiculous. He's learning a new trick every day, and my God, he's on par with the international guys.
Put your hands together, Paddy Graham, this year's champion of the London Ride 2006. Give it up to Mikey Wakefield!
Mikey dominated the event in terms of point scoring with the judges.
Just coming back from injury, Mikey Wakefield, straight out from the operation, back into competition, just incredible.
Last year he had a metal plate put in his shoulder, and I know he was worried about how he was going to perform, but I think he's just shown us how good he really is. The fact that he pulled off a D-spin 900, which is an inverted spin of 2.5 spins. Nobody else is doing that, nobody's anywhere near to it, and then he's got his own signature trick as well, the Wake and Bake, named after basically a fat doughboy from America. Looks a bit like Mike.
Mike does this pretty crazy trick. It's called a Wake and Bake. It's kind of like his signature trip, and like he pops off his noses. It's a bit like a nollie on a snowboard or something.
I don't know how he does it, because to pop off and lean forwards as you're going up, to not come out at the top of the quarter pipe, I've got no idea how he does that.
He's pulling off tricks that he learned on inline skates. We were just talking to Mikey about the training he used to go through and his inline skating footage that he shot back in the day, and it's just amazing that it's being translated into skiing.
McTwists were like quite a recognised trick through rollerblading, but then once I put it on skis, everyone were like blown away, and it's like, whoa, you can't do it on skis. So I was quite stoked when I found out that no one had done it before on skis, and then someone named it after me. It's even better. I used to throw myself left, right and centre and get back up after everything. Like fall from like 12 foot onto my head and be like, get up smiling.
10 or 20 years ago when I was skiing on the artificial slopes in the UK, your only sort of outlet was alpine racing or racing around gates. But now, I mean, with the freestyle scene growing, it's attracting a wider audience. It's attracting kids out of skateboard parks to perhaps come and try skiing. And it's a brilliant crossover. What was amazing at the event was, although it was great to see, Paddy Graham and Mikey Wakefield and some really high-level British riders, we also got to see a lot of the up-and-coming guys, and what I would say are going to be the future British freestyle skiers, and maybe even reach quite a high level in Europe. There's guys like James Webb. James trains on an artificial slope in the UK. Spends all of his time down there apparently, but he's really pulling off some amazing tricks. And there's another young guy, James Woods. James Woods is he's training at an artificial slope, I think in Sheffield.
One of the best in the UK now, and he's only 14, and he's getting better and better by the minute.
There's also another guy called Josh Fawcett who came. Again, Josh showed amazing talent.
It's good for them to be skiing with their heroes like Paddy Graham and Mikey Wakefield and Andy Bennett at the events like the Ride, because that's where all the top guys go.
It's given us a reason to explore a little bit more the UK scene and find out a bit more about what's going on. you know, what these guys are doing is quite incredible, and when they start to become comfortable on the bigger kickers on snow, it's going to be amazing. The next few events in the ride event series for 2007, we got the Verbier ride in February, and that's going to be a slopestyle and a ski across event, focusing heavily on the freestyle aspect for that. Straight after that, we've got the new Big Mountain Heli ride. The Big Mountain event has grown quite big in size. It's now part of the IFSA Free Skiing World Tour. And then after that, we've got the Davos Klosters ride, which is a new event we've created, working with a couple of the British riders, Nick Southwell and Chris Southwell. And with our company and their company, we're putting together an event that's specifically for British riders. Next year the event's going to be again at the Metro Ski and Snowboard Show. There may be snow, there may be artificial surface, either or. And we expect again to get to see a lot of the up and coming British riders and obviously the international guys coming over again for it.